Well, hello there, my friends. Today we're going to talk about sewage ejectors. Now, why would you want a sewage ejector? Well, there's many reasons, but to simplify it, bottom line is that your sewage, um, your main line going to the manhole or going to the main sewer is too high. So what happens is that they put an ejector at a lower level and then they pump it up to the sewer. Now, this could be, I've seen it many times in track housing where I don't know what they messed up with their elevations or what they did. I mean, I wasn't involved. I just know about them because I had a lot of fixing of them. But they didn't shoot their elevations correctly. So what happened is that when the sewage, when the let's say the first floor bathrooms were put in, they couldn't run the sewer 5 foot down and then run it over to the main sewer because the main sewer in the street was at 5 foot and you needed that to be at least 6 foot or deeper in order to get the elevation. So what would happen is that you'd have to pump the sewer to the main sewer. Well, if you do remodel work, if you do a lot of places, there's a lot of times where the sewer, the lines are just higher than where the toilets are at, or the fixtures, or the labs, or the sinks, or wherever you've got, bars, wherever. There's so many variety of problems. So, here's what a sewage ejector does. Let's put it on the little whiteboard here. All right, so a sewage ejector, effluent ejector, all the terms poop ejector, shit ejector. It's a basically an effluent ejector. What you do, you need a tank. Now those tanks are a variety of sizes. Okay, they can normally nowadays they come in plastic. So you buy the tank. Now this tank, the lid here is what they call an explosive proof lid. It has a gasket and it does not leak because you don't want the methane gases in here to build up with explosives and blow the lid off like you would with the storm ejector lid. So you have to get a different kind of tank. And this tank is a closed tank. There's no holes going in. There's no problems there. This tank could sit on the floor. This could be set on a lab. You don't need rocks around it like you do with the submersible pump. This tank is by itself. And I've seen them in ceilings. I've seen them all over the place. It just depends how high you're going to dump it to because the problems. So let's say this is the ground floor, or it could even be the basement floor. Let's say this is the basement floor because you have basement toilets, and those toilets can't come out here into the street because the street sewer may run like this. It's just an example here. It's kind of hard to understand that, but you may have a sewer in your home on the first floor. This is your first floor, okay? Your first floor of your house here, and up here you have on the upper level you have a toilet up here. So you may have a toilet, you have sinks or whatever it may be up there, and they can all dump here, and they can all dump properly into a sewer. Okay, let's say this is the sewer. This sewage ejector has to pump up and go into this sewer. So, same thing, you keep it off the floor at least 6 inches. I like to keep it off at least 6 inches. Okay? That way, just the legs, they come with legs too. But this one is a better pump and it's made for effluent, and you have to separate the pumps. You got to buy a different pump. Same thing, 2-inch outlet. Here's the pump. Okay? Now, same thing, they have a float system like this. There's a little float, or they have a little float that goes like this. Okay, different kinds. And then there's a pump, there's an outlet on the side. So you're going to take the outlet out, you're going to come up, you're going to put a check valve, okay? You're going to come over and you're going to dump this in there also. Now, what I also like to do is to put in unions. Okay, this way you can take this out if you have to get this out. So in this case you have a check valve, but here you have a union and you have a union. You can take those out. And if there's plastic, it's even cheaper. I don't know what they cost per union. All right, you dump it. But the other thing now you need is that in this tank, you need to run a vent. And this lid always comes with 2 holes. So if you got the right tank, you got the right lid. So you run your vent out the roof, or you connect it to the highest point that you can, somewhere, up there in the attic or something. But remember, you want to be 6 inches above the top level rim of your highest fixture. So going up into the attic and then tying it in before you go out your roof, that's the way to go. So that is for a sewage ejector. All right, I hope this class helped you. Uh, so if you put in a basement in your a new let's say like this. You're going to put a new toilet in your basement, and you want to have it. Well, you can raise that toilet off the ground, and still have steps to go onto that toilet and run a tank. As long as you can get the pump in there, you'll be able to run yourself a nice little sewage tank, and you can pump that up. So you can put these, anywhere pretty much. Normally these are drawn in by a master plumber. He can put them in for you. He can pull a permit, or you get an architect or an engineer to give you a permit if you don't know what you're doing. But get a permit. Always get the permit. Make sure it's installed right. Get 2 check valves a check valve and 2 unions, and put it into the sewer. And make sure that you get that permit. And make sure the other thing I should forgot. I always like to go with a Y and an eighth band. So when you connect this, you put a Y and eighth band or a combo into the sewer. So a Y and eighth band or a combo into the sewer when you connect it. Don't just put it in with a sanitary T. Come on, wake up. Nice dump. Okay? Have a great day. Bye.